Welcome back to Masterminds. It's round two competition today. Brownsville, Lopez, and San Benito. Right now, Lopez holds the lead, 110 to 65. It's time for the final stretch. We're going to ask questions. So that final bell rings. Whoever's leading goes on to the next round. Hands on your buzzers. Here we go. Shakespeare's history plays can be identified by the fact that their titles are all what? Lopez, 1C.
Written in Old English?
No. San Benito? Lindsay?
Names of characters?
No, they're the names of English kings, is who they were. What color did Andy Warhol dye his hair at age 29 so that he wouldn't have to worry about it ever again? That's Lopez, 1D.
Brown.
No. San Benito, Jose?
Black.
No, it was gray. Gray. Of the 5 mid-Atlantic states, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania, which is the only one originally colonized by the English? That's San Benito, Jose.
Pennsylvania.
No. Lopez, anyone? 1D.
Delaware.
That was Maryland. What man is considered the founder of Judaism? San Benito, Jose.
Abraham.
Yes. Pro athletes and entertainers often employ a person who is authorized to commit them to legally binding contracts. San Benito, Jose.
Managers.
No. Legally binding contracts and to negotiate jobs. Such a person is called what? Lopez. Anybody? All right, 1D.
Contractors.
No, it's an agent. That's your agent. For how long was Troy besieged by the Greeks? Lopez, 1C.
1 night.
No. San Benito, Robert.
40 years.
That was 10 years. The factorial of what number is equal to 120? Lopez, 1D.
12.
No. San Benito, anybody? All right, Robert.
10.
That's 5. In World War I, which of the following countries was not one of Germany's allies? Was it Austria-Hungary, Bulgaria, Italy, or Turkey? Lopez, 1C.
Turkey.
No. San Benito. Jose?
Italy.
Yes, that's correct. If a man weighing 150 pounds sits 3 feet from the center of a seesaw, how far from the center should a 50-pound boy sit to balance the seesaw? If a man weighing 150 pounds sits 3 feet from the center of a seesaw, that's San Benito, Jose.
1 foot.
No. The rest is how far from the center should a 50-pound boy sit to balance the seesaw. Lopez. All right, Felipe.
10 feet.
No, it's 9 feet. 9. The Alps straddle the border between Switzerland and which two countries? Not anymore. Lopez, 1D.
France.
And?
Europe.
No. San Benito, anybody? Ring in. Jose?
France and Germany.
France and Italy. So that's not correct. Lichen first appears on a bare rock surface. Then come the mosses, followed by plants and strong roots. Then the animals begin to show up. This idealized process is referred to as ecological what? That's Lopez, 1C.
Succession.
1C ring in. I got 1C ringing in.
Succession.
That's exactly right. You got to make sure we get the right person. 7 stars from the Big Dipper on the Alaskan flag. Identify the 8th star in the flag's corner. Lopez, 1C.
The North Star.
Yes. When Russia invaded this neighbor in 1939, its troops were resisted by San Benito, Robert. Sorry?
Poland.
No, that's not correct. The troops were resisted by highly mobile soldiers on skis. Name the country. Lopez, Felipe.
Finland.
Yes. It was probably Britain's most useful ally during the Falklands War because its border tensions with Argentina kept much of the Argentine army tied up. Name this South American neighbor. Lopez, 1D.
Brazil.
No, not correct. San Benito, anybody? All right, Jose.
Panama.
That was Chile. 4 questions about Easter. What city did Jesus enter on the Sunday before Easter Sunday? San Benito, Jose.
Bethlehem.
No. Lopez, 1D.
Jerusalem.
Correct. How many people partook of the Last Supper? That's Lopez, 1C.
13.
Yes. What act of humility did Christ perform at the Last Supper? San Benito, Jose.
Served his own body and blood.
No. Lopez, 1C.
He cleaned his feet.
He cleaned.
Well, their feet.
Okay, yes, we'll accept that. What was eventually done with the 30 pieces of silver? And time was up. It was used to buy a potter's field for burial. God tells Abraham that his offspring will be as numerous as two things. Name either one of them. San Benito, Lindsay.
Stars.
Yes, the other was sand. 3 bright stars mark the belt of what constellation? Lopez 1C.
Orion.
Correct. In a novel or short story, dialogue is usually enclosed within quotation marks. In a play, each line of a dialogue is preceded by what? San Benito, Jose.
Colon.
No. Lopez 1D.
Stage directions.
No, it's the character's name right before the line. The major East Coast cities in which Edgar Allan Poe was born and died. They both start with B. Name them. That's 70 to Robert.
Baltimore.
No. Lopez? Anyone? Time is up for 2. Boston and Baltimore. How can a sentence of only one word, such as go, qualify as a sentence having both subject and predicate? Time is up. The subject is understood. Go, you go. Okay. Who is the natural son of Igraine and Uther Pendragon? And time is up. That was King Arthur. If two sides of a triangle have lengths of 5 and 7, then the length of the third side must be more than what amount? And time is up. 2. 2. That's be more than 2. How do you convert a percent to a decimal? That's Lopez 1C.
Move the decimal point
How far?
to the 2 points. Just 2 spaces.
To which direction?
To the left.
Yes, there you go. There you go. All right. Astoria calls itself the oldest American city west of the Missouri. Corvallis served briefly as a capital while the state was a territory. Mount Hood is the highest point in the state. Name that state. All right. Lopez 1D.
Montana.
No? That's not it. San Benito? Okay, Jose?
Pennsylvania.
No, it's Oregon. If a pyramid is also a tetrahedron, its base is of what shape? Bell ringing. It's going to say triangles, which you're going to say, but it doesn't matter. Time is up. Our final score is Brownsville Lopez 190, San Benito 95. That means, Lopez, you're moving on to the next round of competition. I want to thank all our students for a great job preparing and being here today. We appreciate that. Thank our judges once again here from UTRGV, Dr. Burke and Dr. Rivera. All right, Lopez, we'll see you in the next round. We'll see you at home next week for another exciting competition of Masterminds.